everybody, thanks for joining us here on Northern Life. And with the Arrowhead Home and Builders Show coming up this weekend, we have a special episode for you all today, getting to meet with a number of vendors who can help you at their booths in just a few days.
Yeah, let's meet the specialists who are here to assist and make your life a whole lot easier.
Hey everybody, here with Ty Botten with A.G. O'Brien. Ty, we're getting out of the winter season. What were some of the services you guys provided the most to folks out there?
There were a lot of no heats this last winter, during especially those cold spells. We had frozen water lines, heat lines, that kind of stuff. The no heats, though, that was a big thing.
Really tricky situation.
Yeah, and everyone is uniquely different.
And then how do you approach those situations with the frozen water lines and the problems you saw over the winter?
A lot of times we just have to get on site. There's times that we have to spend time with tech support, do that kind of stuff. But we have a lot of techs that are savvy in those situations and can provide quick turnarounds and hopefully take care of it.
And we're heading into spring. Any big problems you usually see at this time of the year? What can folks enjoy within your services with A.G. O'Brien? Well,
we had that little warm spell for a little bit there, and so people started thinking summer was going to come. But we can provide any AC startups. If you guys were to start it up, we can come on out if there's an issue, charge systems, anything you want us to go through.
We're getting up on the home show here. What can people find at your booth?
Well, this year we're going to be having some giveaways. We'll be having Milwaukee tools. We'll be doing fridge giveaway, Keurig, and then there is going to be a final $5,000 giveaway for plumbing or HVAC service.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
And you arrive at someone's house. What does that step-by-step process look like when you're trying to figure out the problem?
Well, we first introduce ourselves. We'll step on in, and then just kind of have them explain to us what's going on. See if we can recreate that situation, and then see how best to proceed.
And A.G. O'Brien's been serving the Northland since 1934. It's got to feel good to provide such critical services to the folks and homeowners out there.
It is too, and we're growing, even more. So we're able to provide that service outside of the area as well.
And you provide free estimates for folks if
Yes.
they got an issue that they need looking into?
Yes, if you call, if it's something that we can't take care of over the phone, then that is something that we can certainly take care of by showing up, going over the project, and breaking it down for them. Plumbing, heating, HVAC, we do anything from a leaky sink to a brand new construction.
One big thing my mom always worries about is the sump pump.
Yep.
And summer going to be here soon enough. Folks
Yep.
want to make sure that they got the air on.
This time of year, it is always an issue with ground thaw, snow melt, then the spring rain. So it is something to always check on and something that we can help.
And Ty, you don't just serve the folks in Hermantown where you're based, but you also are branching out with your services.
Correct, yeah. We are branching out, trying to get on both sides of the bridge. I currently have an office in Lake Nebagamon, Wisconsin, and we're trying to expand out that way. From all the new constructions, remodels, septic systems in Wisconsin, we can assist in all those.
And how can people get in contact with you too?
Just call on the main line, and then they put in touch with me or another service manager.
Awesome. Well, Ty Botten here with A.G. O'Brien. If you got a problem out there, you're going to want to get in contact. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, let's make financial literacy and knowledge a priority here in the new year 2025. Here to help, the Vice President of Business Services at North Star Credit Union, Alicia Dahl. Alicia, let's start talking a little bit about how long North Star has been around here in the Northland.
All right, yes. The North Star has been here since 1939. We have branches in Cook, Mountain Iron, Nashwauk, and Duluth. And we've been excited to serve our members since then.
It's obviously important that business owners out there, so many wonderful small businesses here in the Northland. What kind of services can they expect when they come here to North Star?
Yes, we do business loans. We do business real estate, business lines of credits, business equipment loans. We have business accounts that have no fees, which is very helpful. We have a lot of things because we are a credit union. We do not have a lot of extra fees, so it's member-based, and so that means that the money just goes back to our members.
It's very personal, and it sounds like
Correct.
there's a big difference between you guys and maybe what people could expect maybe at a bigger traditional bank.
Correct. Yep. We're very personable. It's like we become almost like family or friends. It's a very rewarding job.
And that's what people want. They want that nice customer service too when they come to the credit union. And you're coming up on the home show. What can
Correct.
people find at your booth at the home show?
So at our booth, we actually have a promotion going right now. It's for new vehicles. It's $4.99. So if you see these little sunglasses, they're really cute. You can pick up a pair, bring them down to our branch here where we're located at 4918 Grand Avenue here in Duluth. and we can give you a business loan for 60 months for 4.99 with qualifying credit. And so, yes, we'll have also a gumball machine where you can pick, we have quarters set up there, so you guys can go ahead and put a quarter in and get a little prize as well. So
Sounds like a wonderful
yes.
time. Sounds like a wonderful time. And maybe if people who may not be interested in loans right now, what other services can they expect to find here at North?
Yeah, we have CDs, we have money market accounts, we have savings accounts, we have checking accounts, ATM cards, debit cards, credit cards. We have pretty much the whole thing. Point of sale systems for businesses. We also offer home loans, home equity lines of credits. We just rolled out consumer loans, the whole package.
And I think in the current world today, you know, people fighting inflation, they're fighting the higher interest rates. How do you go about, you know, making sure that you're providing the best for your customers and businesses out there?
Yes, we actually we keep track of everything, like the competitive with interest rates and everything. So we pretty much we're right around with everybody else, like as far as interest rates.
Wonderful, wonderful. Hey, you're going to want to stop here at North Star Credit Union. We're going to want to find them at the home show too. Alicia Dahl, Vice President of Business Services. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And it sounds like a wonderful place to do some business here in the Northland.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about the home show that's coming up. We got Mike Ward from DBS Solutions. One of the funniest things on dbsrepair.com is DBS Solutions is your expert in all things basement-y. What does that entail, Mike?
That's right. Well, just like what the slogan says, our specialty is definitely doing residential basement repairs of all types, from foundation, waterproofing, insulation, even basement finishing.
I think it's one of the, obviously when you're talking about a relationship, maybe the foundation is important. It's important to get that foundation in the basement checked, and it seems like you guys can do that on an annual basis too to help people out.
Absolutely, yeah. We always schedule a free, no obligation inspection and estimate if homeowners have any concerns about really anything going on in their basement.
And the home show's coming up. You got these beautiful products in front of us. I got to tell you, these feel amazing. And one of the funniest things too, tell us a little bit about these Durastone products. They help cover your ugly concrete, as they say.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is our newest product. It's called Durastone. We have a stone and a rubber option that you're holding in your hand there, Ryan.
It feels nice. It feels really nice.
And we've been doing concrete lifting and leveling for about 10 years. But historically, if it was too cracked up, we had to walk away. It's not repairable. You have to replace it.
Sure.
And this product actually allows us to do an overlay on really bad cracked up concrete or just like really ugly asphalt, even gravel, patio pavers, things like that. And we're actually warranty this product for up to 15 years against cracking, damage, anything like that.
It's beautiful, and it sounds like you can actually put, if you wanted to, you could put your own logo in the Durastone if you wanted.
Yeah, we have 6 different colors for the stone. So you have one of our colors, the Red Lake color.
Very beautiful.
In your hand, and then with the rubber option, we have almost endless colors from 2 to 3 color. And even logos, yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet. I was telling Mike here, I was like, we should get a Northern Life logo in the Durastone here. That'd be pretty.
We can do that.
That would be pretty cool.
We can do that.
And Mike, it sounds like people can actually come to the home show and touch and feel this and get a look for it themselves.
Absolutely. We're going to have a big double booth at the Arrowhead Home Show, so you can touch it, feel it yourself, and see what the Durastone's all about.
When it comes to, you know, bad foundations, like cracks, obviously a big issue, are there things out there that people might not see, but they should get checked out, or maybe some telling signs about their house that they should get looked at?
Absolutely. When it comes to the foundation, Ryan, like the big thing that people typically see first is cracks in the basement walls. But smaller issues that maybe might not be so obvious are if the floors are sloping upstairs, even 2 floors up, sometimes we can see cracks in plaster or drywall. Even like exterior siding shifting, things like that can be a sign of your foundation moving.
All right, good to know. Mike Ward with DBS Solutions. Mike, thanks for stopping by. How long have you guys had Tortoise and Hare Footwear?
We have been in business since 2001, so this is our 25th year. We chose the name Tortoise and Hare Footwear because we like to serve people of all paces.
Shoes are pretty important, and if you have problems, it's domino starting in your feet, and if you can correct that, a lot of the other problems work themselves out. So we're here to provide a service and give you some education.
What can people expect when they see it at the home show coming up?
We'll have some product there, talk to people, tell them a little bit about what shoes do and what it means to have, I've got this problem with my foot, this is a shoe that might help you.
We'll have our computer there as well. People will be able to slip their shoes off down at the home show and give it a try.
Big runners up here, big hikers up here, but also on your website I saw a great section too for the nurses or medical folks out there who spend a lot of time on their feet during the day.
And that was Mary's at any pace. We don't care who you are. If you have feet, we can probably help you somehow.
So this is Albert.
This is Albert. I'm gonna have you step in. What it does first is measure your length and width, and then how high your arches and your insteps are. Step out to your right and face me. Use your left foot and step on and off. Right foot as you go back. So here's a 3D image of your feet.
Those are my feet.
Those are your feet. Every measurement this took goes down to the 100th of a centimeter. So we get a really exact length and width fitting and see where your feet are not symmetrical. Your left foot's longer than your right foot is. Gonna put you in the ballpark of an 11.
Okay, yeah.
We go up a half size from that often, so 11, 11 and a half is kind of your range here.
Wow.
Right foot's a touch wider than your left. Both are slightly narrower than the average. And then your arch height's where we start to determine like what level of stability. There's a little bit more to your arches than just how far they are off the ground.
Okay.
So the machine looks at this innermost point of your foot, where you start to make contact here, that's your arch depth. And then it also looks at what level of pressure you have in this middle third of your foot.
So does that look like I have more pressure on my left foot?
So you cover more area on your left foot than your right.
Wow.
And it is slightly higher pressure on that side as well. So
Interesting.
we then look at how your foot reacts, how your arch reacts to you putting all your weight on the one side. Expect some slight flex or what we call pronation. And the shoes that we'd suggest for you have maybe a touch more structure through here, like a denser strip of foam, plastic frame, something to stabilize this inward motion to some degree.
It's amazing that it knew all that in
20 seconds.
20 seconds, yeah.
And then from here, we break our athletic shoes into 4 different categories. Control being the most firm and stable, and support and guidance shoes would be the 2 different categories of styles that I'd suggest for you to start with.
Okay.
And then what we call neutral shoes for people with really high and kind of inflexible arches would be last. Yeah.
Seeing where the pressure lies and knowing that my left foot apparently does a lot more work throughout the day maybe than my right foot is pretty incredible. That's awesome. Thanks, Albert.
'Tis the season for the spring and the summer and folks to get out there and looking to do some construction needs. And of course, I've got Outlast Construction here joining me. I've got Ronald, I got Travis here. Thank you so much for joining me here.
Yeah, thanks for having us,
man. Yeah, and I know the home show's coming up here very soon. Why is now a good time for folks to think about construction heading into the summer?
Going into the summer, everybody's getting their bids right now. And at the home show, you have a lot of opportunities to meet with different contractors and get all kinds of bids and basically deals, right? And you know, for us with the deals, we have some really exciting stuff that we're doing at the home show. One of the biggest things right now is that we're actually offering a new form of financing for customers. So we have our own consumer credit center within Outlast Construction, and we're now able to offer same as cash with deferred payments for people. So with the way the economy is going right now, it's something that we really were passionate about, and we did a lot of research, and we found the best banks all across America that are going to help us give people affordable loans to get a new roof, because buying a roof is not fun. It's not something that you look forward to doing. Yeah, you're not looking forward to just spending, you know, that kind of money on a roof. But this way we give that option to people now that they can, you know, get a roof and still have money in their pocket to go and do other things this summer that they're looking to do.
And folks coming down to the home show, what should they be prepared with heading into the home show this weekend?
Well, I think more importantly, we're, like Travis said, we're offering that on-the-spot financing. But, you know, a lot of people, they have a vision in their head about what their project should look like. And if they bring a picture down, we'll be able to use our design IQ and kind of design a roof, and they can see what their roof will look like, or siding or windows, whatever project they were thinking about. We'll be able to visually see it and give them on-the-spot financing, on-the-spot estimates, and to kind of expedite the the whole process. So that's something that we're really passionate about and really excited for this year. More importantly, just kind of building the value and why Outlast, you know, why choose us. So it's an exciting time for us.
And we want homeowners to be excited, so make sure you guys are bringing your actual pictures of your house. Bring it down to our booth. We'll be able to upload it, and you guys can design your dream home. We'll be able to kind of help you along the way and hold your hand with it. So.
And I know you guys have the famous roof giveaway, and you guys are doing it a little differently this year. What's going on with that now?
Yeah, so with the roof giveaway, normally in the past, we would give away the roof to everybody that would just enter on the website here. However, this year we're going to do it a little different. We are going to give it away at the end of the season to a customer.
Customer appreciation.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're really excited about doing that.
I love the customer appreciation aspect of that. That's fantastic. Gentlemen, of course, thank you so much for joining us here. And of course, folks can find you down at the Home Show booth. Look for the Pink Panther, of course. You two are going to be doing a live podcast, which is also featured on your fantastic YouTube page, the Outlast Podcast, correct?
That's correct, yep.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us,
man.
yep, a lot of fun.
Pleasure. Yep.
And Tommy, how long have you been helping the Northland, find their homes or sell their homes?
8 years now. Been 8 years and loving it.
Awesome. And it sounds like right now is a good time to sell your home if you're looking to get rid of it.
Yeah, I think there's some misconceptions that it's a bad time, but right now there's not enough houses in Duluth to buy, so it's a great time to sell. And a lot of people are not worried about the interest rate anymore. Yes, it's higher than it was, 3-4 years ago, but that was exceptionally low. And so now they're up into more of the normal range, and so people are starting to get with it and get it done. So if you're thinking about selling, now's the time.
And so if I have a home and I want to sell with you, what does the process look like? How do I get started? What are the steps?
Well, the first thing they do is give us a call, or they can get on our website and find us there. And then we come out and look at the house, and I kind of make what I call a honey-do list of things that I think you should do to get it ready. And it's proven time and time again how much money they make, over what we listed it for by getting it ready completely. Because you wouldn't go buy a car if it had 3 flat tires, a broken window, and a dent in the trunk. So we ask the people to spend some time, spend a little bit of money, fix it up, and when they get that done, over asking. I sold one last fall. It was $60,000 over asking. Wow. And when I first told them what they had to do, they didn't believe me. I mean, the one lady said, "We didn't like you that day." And I said, "But I told you beforehand that you weren't going to like me because I'm telling you what you should do to get ready." And most people don't want to spend that work, but when they do, it pays them back.
And it sounds like having somebody who's knowledgeable, knows the area very well, and is very good at communicating with the buyer or seller is incredibly important in today's housing market.
Yeah, and I've never had a problem communicating with people. I've lived here my whole life, so I have good knowledge of the area. And I get along with people, and we call them back. If they call me, I call them back. And when you call them back, they're like, "Wow, you called me back." And I'm like, "Well, that's what you're supposed to do." So it works.
Be honest with the neighbors out there. Any other misconceptions about today's housing market, how folks out there can navigate, or how your team can help them navigate the market?
There's all kinds. Everybody it's an opinionated based business. No matter what I say, there's going to be somebody that says, "Oh, that's not," it is what it is, and every deal or transaction has bumps in the road, and it's how you negotiate those bumps to get to the end.
It's got to be a good feeling too to help somebody find that perfect home or sell their home.
Well, I told somebody just the other day, I says, "I don't need to sell a home to survive. What I want to do is buy you a home that you love and you're happy with. And if you're happy, I'm happy." That's a win to me in this business.
Tommy, anything else you want to share?
No, I think they come down to see us at the home show. We're in the Fitzgerald Hall. Look for the green carpeting with the for sale sign out front, and one of my agents or myself will be there every day, hopefully every hour of that show. And then we have a double booth for the whole Coldwell Banker office from Duluth, so there'll be more than one agent there to talk to you if you have any questions. We made a bigger booth so you can walk in and sit and talk with us without getting run over by the crowd.
A whole lot of fun today, and guess what? We are back with another special broadcast tomorrow, so we'll see you then. We love you. Have a great rest of your day.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.